said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will put toe to leather to crank us up. Bringing it back. Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year, so you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's got first down yardage as they move into the 44.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Got his man on the outside. Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Sooners have moved it inside the 20.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Powers through the defender. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Kane. Firing to the right, complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Power football with the run. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pulls it in. It's hooked. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The play action fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Hey, you talk about flipping the script. How about this defense? You go from second and inches to now third and long. Nice job being disciplined, rushing the quarterback, getting the sack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a first down here to open the period. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Back to throw. It's Kane. A little screen to the running back. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Quickly complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw again. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Riggs. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give from the gun. Got enough for the first down. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a...
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down the...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. New Mexico looked less like a pack of Lobos and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough at Albuquerque, and today they found a way outside of University Stadium. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. Forced out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Riggs. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He now has 110 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. These corners backing off a bit. Lost a throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. Give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners want to move quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes it past the marker. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball running out of bounds.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. This time it's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. They'll go back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Absolutely center cut. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the 1st half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on! And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it. And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to pass. It's Kane. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Throws for the tight end. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Excellent pass by the back on the option. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Old Dominion went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Monarchs in a statement win if there ever was one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hussein.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've been running it, but now the pass. On the run, fires downfield. Finds space on the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. End off from the shotgun. Hard running there. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson, Saquon Barkley, and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards, because everything's been difficult today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Kane. Might be looking to run. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays. He got outside the pocket, incomplete pass, but you know what? I was still holding my breath the whole time.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Going to the ground. There he goes. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Flips it out to the back. At the 45 on its way. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. They go to the ground. Turning it on! And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this fourth down that much harder. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield, it's Kane. It's complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Floats it out in space. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Penn State! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Pressure coming. Moves around to clear up the vision. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
He just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but, man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
Fighting off the defender. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in an empty set. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Going for it all. And it's incomplete in the